I'm excited to announce that after 13 great years in the NFL, I am deciding to retire from the game of football and start the next chapter, of my life.
Malcolm Jenkins is a three-time Pro Bowl safety who's brought championships to both New Orleans and Philadelphia. And for the past several years, he's also been slowly building his business empire, Malcom Inc., with just this moment in mind. I got the chance to sit down with Malcolm on the eve of his retirement to talk about this transition from football to running a media company, a venture group, a clothing company, even a quick service restaurant franchise developer.
I'm in a bunch of different spaces, but all of them are places that I really enjoy and that are part of my life. And I'm like, well, I can do that as well. And I think that's an example that I want to set for other athletes, that we have the stage and ability to really lead and succeed in so many other areas. We are the ones who create culture. We're the ones who have the following. We have to start seeing ourselves as literally more than an athlete, and really explore who we are outside of our athletics.
So if you look at the generations that preceded you, it used to be much more kind of binary, like you were playing or you weren't playing, you were a player or you were a businessman. What did you see as you were coming up, or either who were the people or what was the advice that was given to you to, sort of start these ventures while you were still playing, or sort of prove that it was necessary to do that? What was that process like?
I would say that it probably started being fear-based, right? Like everybody, or at least I do. I remember that 30 for 30 broke, right? And it explained how so many athletes lose their money for myriad of reasons, whether it's their family members, or it's bad investments, people stealing from them, gambling, like all of these ways that you've seen legends of sports lose their money. And so that fear, not wanting to be one of the statistics, at least sparked some, urgency in myself. But then you start to look at these are the bad examples, but who can I follow? Who's doing it the right way? And I think the gold standard as far as athletics is probably LeBron James.
Of the players still playing right now, LeBron's in a league of his own. He's built the Spring Hill Company, the media firm he created with his longtime friend and business partner Maverick Carter, into a major player in Hollywood. He's also made savvy investments, everything from Beats by Dre to stakes in Liverpool Football Club and the Boston Red Sox. So Malcolm, you've been in a role where there's a season and there's an off season. There's no off season in business, but you're starting your first long season. What are your priorities? What does the first part of the season as a businessman look like?
I think even since last season ended, just the top of the year, even for my brand Damari, it's been really busy. We started out with a collaboration with New Balance, and we dropped a sneaker that followed up with a weekend at Saks Fifth Avenue for All-Star Weekend, to just doing a collaboration with a really cool artist, Chuck Styles in Philadelphia, to even red carpet, celebrities and red carpet looks for the Oscars. So, and then again, it's just all of my aspirational things. My production company, Listen Up, we've already got one documentary streaming, Black Boys Who Done. We got 2 under production right now. And so it's plenty to be done. Like I said, there's no off season for business. And I think right now I'm trying to take a little bit of time to rest after a 13-year career. But I also understand that I'm 34 years old, right? This is not the time for me to hang it up, kick my feet up, and drink Mai Tais all day. It's a lot of things that I want to get accomplished and places that I want to go. And I feel like football is really just the launching point for me to dive into that journey.
All right, before I let you go, I'm going to ask you more of an ESPN question than a Bloomberg question. What are you going to miss the most?
One of the largest motivators for me and drivers to do what I do on a daily basis, or do what I did on a daily basis, is competition. I love to compete. It could be my grandmother in a Monopoly game. Like, I'm going to dominate. And so I do have to find a way to fill that void. And I think it's going to come in the endeavors that I have. Like, I want to be able to step into the film industry and be one of the best. I want to be able to get into business and compete with the best out there. Yeah, it's going to come with time, patience, but that is I think the void I'll miss the most. And I've got to find some other ways to really supplement that.